Beneath our feet, an empire is being built, not by kings, armies, or architects, but by millions of tiny insects working together.
Each ant is tiny. Alone, it seems almost insignificant.
But together, these insects can create something extraordinary, a colony that stretches far beyond a single nest. The secret is not strength. It is coordination.
And coordination begins with communication. Ants do not need words. They exchange information through chemistry, touch, and scent.
A brief encounter can redirect an entire worker.
And when thousands repeat the same behavior, a trail becomes a highway. When these highways connect separate nests, something much larger can emerge. A network of nests functioning as one enormous society.
But a supercolony does not appear overnight. It begins with something much smaller. A queen, a handful of workers, and the first generation of a future empire. Every great colony begins with the survival of its young.
And this is where the story of a supercolony truly begins. At the center of the colony's earliest stage is the queen.
Her role is simple but extraordinary. Produce the next generation.
Workers become the colony's caretakers. They feed larvae, maintain chambers, and protect the developing brood. Others begin expanding the nest. One grain at a time. One worker accomplishes almost nothing. But thousands of workers can reshape the landscape.
Nurseries, storage rooms, highways, defensive chambers. Every chamber has a purpose.
And every worker responds to the colony's changing needs.
When danger appears, the colony reacts. A low, tense cinematic score builds slowly in the background, accompanied by the rapid.
No single ant directs the repair. The colony organizes itself through countless local decisions.
And this self-organization is the foundation of everything that follows.
The colony's most powerful communication system is invisible. Chemical signals called pheromones allow ants to leave information behind. A worker finds food. On the journey home, it marks the path. Soon, others follow. Eventually, thousands can travel the same trail.
The colony creates a living transportation network.
Food moves inward. Waste moves outward. When a path becomes blocked, traffic changes. The colony adapts without a central commander.
This is how separate nests can begin functioning as one.
A network becomes a system.
And the system begins to grow.
A supercolony is not simply one giant nest. It is a network of connected nests. Workers move between different parts of the colony.
Resources can flow across the network.
As the colony grows, new nests appear. Workers expand into new territory. New chambers support new generations.
More young means more workers. Resources can flow across the network.
And more construction means more space for growth. Growth feeds growth. The invisible empire begins to cross the landscape.
Logs become bridges. Roots become highways.
And every resource can strengthen the network. Food becomes energy. Energy becomes new workers. New workers expand the network. And the cycle repeats. Until millions of lives function as one. Food becomes energy.
Scouts detect danger and carry the information home.
Within moments, the colony responds.
Some workers are specialized for defense.
And every resource can strengthen the network.
Territory can become a battlefield. For rival colonies, every trail can represent a border. Chemical signals summon reinforcements.
And a small encounter can become a massive conflict.
The colony survives because individuals respond as one. After the danger passes, reconstruction begins.
Even the wounded may be transported back to safety. The colony closes ranks. Life continues. Food must still be collected. Larvae must still be fed. And the next generation must still grow. This is the resilience of a supercolony. One part can suffer, while another continues. The whole is far greater than any individual nest. Imagine a city without roads, architects, or blueprints. Yet somehow, the colony builds exactly what it needs. Tunnels branch. Nurseries expand. Food is stored. Waste is isolated. Air must circulate.
And when the environment changes, the colony adapts.
Flooding can force thousands of ants to relocate. The youngest are moved first. Workers reinforce vulnerable areas. Eventually, the danger passes. And reconstruction begins again. The colony learns through collective response. No single ant understands the entire structure. Each one knows only what is immediately around it. Yet together, their actions create astonishing complexity. This is emergence. Simple behaviors creating a system far more complex than any individual. And that system can become enormous. Imagine millions of ants connected by invisible chemical information. Every trail carries information. Food is discovered. The news spreads. Workers respond. Resources are distributed. Multiple nests benefit from the same discovery. Food is discovered. new workers emerge. And the network expands again. This is how a supercolony can grow from local cooperation. Grassland. And every hidden space in between.
Distance becomes less important when the network remains connected.
The boundary between nests begins to disappear. To the ants, the entire network can function as one society.
Millions of individuals. Thousands of decisions every second.
One living network. But size brings vulnerability. Heat can force colonies underground. Rain can erase entire highways. But new trails can emerge. One living network.
Yet the colony searches for alternatives. ASMR, footsteps. BGM, rising.
Adaptation is built into the system. Predators take their share. But the network continues. Because the colony is not one individual. It is a continuously renewing population. When one part fails, another can take its place. The empire survives by changing. A supercolony does more than build tunnels. Ants can move seeds.
They interact with other species.
They forage.
They recycle nutrients. And their underground engineering can influence the soil itself.
The empire beneath our feet is part of a much larger ecosystem. And its influence reaches far beyond what the eye can see. One ant cannot build a colony. But millions of ants, each performing simple tasks, can create something astonishingly complex. There is no king giving orders, no architect holding a blueprint, no single ant sees the whole picture.
And yet, together, they build roads, cities, nurseries, defenses, and an empire that can span an entire landscape.